All right. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to do my best to be. Give you three shorties that I am not currently in, but have been watching very closely for some time. So I'm going to give you three shorts to watch for your 3-day weekend. Blink is the first. Again, long term on EV sector, I think is a wonderful play. There's a lot of shorting just happening in general in the entire market, whether it's all pandemic related because the whole world shut down and you could pretty much guarantee every stock was going to plummet to some degree, or it's just because they're dicks and this is what they do. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But once again, I'm looking for patterns. Patterns is how I trade. I literally basically trade the same way a computer program trades. I look for specific patterns. And this is where the RSI for me is useful and why I use it. Because you can pretty much, it's not an exact pattern, but you can see like a peak, one peak, two peak, three peak, bottom out. One peak, two peak, three peak, bottom out. One peak, two peak, three peak, bottom out. One peak, and then I don't know if this is supposed to be, technically I guess could call this 3. It just squeezed itself a little bit. It just didn't go up as high as normal. So you got 1 peak, 2 peak, 3 peak, and didn't quite bottom out. Didn't quite come back down and touch like the rest of these do. And it hasn't, the RSI line hasn't crossed down underneath this line here and gone back up. Anytime it crosses under that line, it's going down. Like that's it. It's come down and touch it a couple times and kind of rode sideways. But that's a break in its traditional pattern. And this looks like it shortened significantly from the 3 peaks in the pattern that I've been watching. This little section here looks like it was mushed. And it not coming down and touching this line is a break in the pattern. Then when I couple it with the MACD running on some green days, MACD line crossing over the signal line, looking like it wants to head up, I think it's possible that there may be a big move coming. It's possible. I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be, in the next month or two or this coming week. I have no idea. But I am definitely expecting a move to come back up close to this line, because that's the other pattern you have. The first peaks here, they come up and touch the top in the upper band, and then the second one doesn't quite go up there. It stays around mid here, kind of close to where this is. And then the third set of peaks comes up and damn near touches the top again. Not quite. Then you have this second set here that, like I said, hit the midpoint. So I would assume that this next one, and considering it didn't bottom out, I have a strange feeling it could possibly go higher, break above this line in its next move. But who knows? I don't know. Again, it's just patterns. It's predicting a change in patterns. That's all this shit is. Plus, I've just been watching it because it's been a significantly shorted stock since January, since it fucking ran up here. But this break in the pattern just kind of had me kind of like going, huh? So whether that means this is just going to start a new trend and stepping up and then continuing this pattern, I have no idea. But it is definitely broke pattern on the RSI, and trying to trying to complete the pattern is the hard part. That's the hard part. That's a lot of what I do when I'm trading shit. I just look at it and try to figure out, well, what is this gonna do? What was the most likely move for the pattern? I kind of think this not bottoming out, starting again, means that it should be heading for an upward movement. Again, I don't know how long it'll take to get there. I do not know. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 2 months. But I think that this thing may have a big movement upward soon. And of course, I could be completely wrong. I'm not in Blink right now. I have not got in yet. I would like to see if this is going to continue an upward trend first. If it continues an upward trend, maybe my signal to get in. Again, when shit's moving like this, like kind of sideways and whatever, I like for the MACD to cross over the histogram. I like that because there's not a big dip here, so it's not like it's going to have a huge run whether it's over the MACD or not. But I like it to be over the MACD. I'm kind of waiting to see if it's going to do that. But I also don't want to miss a parabolic move because it is a short play. Anything could happen and set that shit in motion. But again, pattern recognition, it has changed, and it looks like it wants to go up since this did not bottom out. And like I said, looking at the history, all the way up to the top of the upper band, not quite, up to the top almost, not quite. So I feel like this should be the next move, heading up towards that upper band to grab the rim. Maybe not quite dunk it, but get close. Touch the backboard at least. I don't know. So I've been watching that bad boy. I think I've mentioned Blink before in another video, but I've been watching that one. iRobot is another one that I have really, really been interested in. Super, super mother effing interested in. Because back in January, this shit went from $70 to almost 200. That's a nice mother effing move. That's a serious move. Right around the time that GameStop and everything did. Same shit. Same shit. Like I said, you remember all these once in a lifetime plays? This is a once in a lifetime deal. There's a lot that did the same shit. There's a lot. If you go look at other fucking stocks, there's a lot of them that had crazy parabolic moves in January. A lot of them. And June. There's a bunch of them that had a bunch in June. Go look at this one on the 2nd. I mean, it's by no means a parabolic move, but 96 to 106, $10 move. That's a nice chunk of change there. Happened to be on the 2nd. But iRobot is also heavily shorted. And I don't know if this one's on a yearly track, like maybe it's not going to do anything huge until January again, or Christmas time, December. Not sure. Just waiting. Again, similar. Waiting to see if this is going to step up and MACD cross over the histogram eventually. This one isn't, the RSI isn't extremely useful for me here. It's not really a pattern in it. It's just movements. Nothing really recognizable. Nothing major. So it may be getting ready to just hit this move right here. Bounce off and come up and play around in the middle and come back down a bit before it moves. But this is another one I'm watching. I am not in. Make this very clear. I'm not invested in any of these three at the moment. I am just watching them. So I am sharing that with you also, that you can also watch them and look into them and, come to your own decision on if maybe you would like to allocate some of your holding, your money in your portfolio to these. And the last one is KnowBe4, which is a cybersecurity company that I like. I like it a lot, and this one is moving in a direction that I quite fancy. I quite fancy it a lot. It's looking like it's going to break out, but it might be a trap. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. It's getting ready to do what I wanted to do. And cross over to histogram. See if maybe it's going to start stair-stepping up. This one I think is closest out of any of exploding. And it has the smallest float out of all of them. So any move would be extremely parabolic. Any move would just be crazy. Crazed out. So we'll see what happens, but this is all short, little returns, short, little returns. But we broke the downtrend, starting an uptrend. Nice movement here. And I mean, if it's as short as I believe it is, and it having a small float, I mean, it could easily go from like 27 up to 60 just in a blink of an eye. Just go. Doesn't mean it will. I am not invested in this currently. It is the one that I am watching the hardest right now because it's signaling to me that it wants to make a big move, but still watching it. This is just now coming up to the histo, but everything looks beautiful. Looks the way I want it to look before I start dumping some moolah into it. So there are 3 short plays for you to keep your eyes on. Ones that I have personally been watching that I have heard Blink talked about several times by several other guys, but I haven't heard anybody covering KMB or IRBT at all. And they are also severely shorted stocks that have all had similar movements to all of our other fan favorites. Yeah, this is June right here. June that it decided to fucking blow up. So yeah, there you go. Those are my reasons, the changes in pattern, the signals I look for why I'm watching these, why I'm watching this one the hardest, and sharing them with you all so that you can make up your own mind on what you would like to do in regard to them. Check them out, do some research. If they look good, do your thing. If it's not for you, that's cool too. You know, all I can do is offer it to you. It's your decision to take it or not take it. It will not offend me because I'll never know about it unless you fucking tell me. But again, I am not invested in any of these. And none of this financial advice, I'm not a financial planner, blah, 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 blah. I'm not a financial planner. Yeah, I know you're not. Because financial planners don't make you money. They plan your budget and shit. And they help you spend your money wisely and put some in savings and, build up enough for that vacation. And that's what a financial planner is. Financial advisors, they're the ones that are there to make you money. They're the ones that are there to grow your income. So I'm neither, though. I'm not a financial planner nor a financial advisor. This is literally for educational purposes only. It always is. Education only. I'm like a fucking Sifu. I'm just an educator, man. I just want to teach the kids. That's all. That's all I'm here for, YouTubes and the government. Actually, the government knows better. They know better. They know I'm about to be the real Robin Hood, you sons of bitches. We gonna steal from the rich and give to the poor. Although I am poor, so I guess I need to give. Yeah, Oh well. Still, I'm gonna steal from the rich and spread the wealth. It all starts with education. Educate yourself, fools. I'm out.